Hey boys, it's HarmNone here on the expanded and enhanced version of GTA Online on PC. Crazy that we're finally here. It's only been 3 years, so I'm happy to be here. We're starting things off with the HSW customizations. I'm starting things off with the SHITZU HAKOCHOU drag because I feel like this is probably the most important HSW vehicle to own in GTA Online, and I have the free HSW upgrade because I just unlocked HSW. Video on that if you guys want to know how to unlock HSW. It is a little bit lackluster. I mean, it does tell you how to do it, but in case you miss it, there is a guide on my channel now. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and customize this thing, but you get a free upgrade for completing the HSW time trial that unlocks HSW. So I wanted to make sure to use that free upgrade on this vehicle. Now, something to note, and I will just say this, and I'll probably mention it in the HSW video as well, is that it is important to use your free HSW upgrade on a car that's worth it. So for example, the weaponized Ignis HSW upgrade is only like 500,000, whereas the HSW upgrade for this vehicle is like $2 million. So if you're going to use your free HSW upgrade, you might as well use it on a vehicle with an expensive HSW upgrade because you can obviously save on certain vehicles. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and upgrade the SHITZU HAKOCHOU drag with the HSW performance upgrade. You can see it increases the top speed. It also increases the acceleration. We have 2 bars of acceleration now, which is cool to see. Anyways, we get the free upgrade, so let's go ahead and do it. Normally it would have cost like $1 million, so that's kind of crazy. But anyways, this HAKOCHOU has been modified before, but I took some of the upgrades off so that I can still show you guys what the HSW upgrades are going to look like. So you're going to get the ability to upgrade to HSW brakes, which are quite good, so we will go ahead and do that. You can also put on the HSW engine tune as well for $60,000. As far as an exhaust goes, I am going to go ahead and change up the exhaust on this bike, and I'm going to go for the dual carbon exit exhaust. For the lights, I will go xenon, I think. Actually, you know what? I might go blue just because I can. Why not? For the livery on this thing, we got the flames livery, we got the blue flames, purple flames, we got the dark smoke, we have the black race stripe, the yellow race stripe, the rising sun, the purple green splatter, the blue cyan splatter, the red yellow cyan splatter, the mega splatter, the camo, the HSW racing livery, which is new. You've probably never seen that before if you played on PC. And we got HSW elite, and this is unlocked by beating all of the HSW time trials. So you're going to take a few weeks to get this if you do want it, but that is available for this bike. I'm going to go ahead and put on probably just the, which one was it? The yellow ray. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to take advantage of the new colors that we have also on PC, the chameleon colors, which change depending on the angle you are looking at the bike from. So I'm going to go for the anodized red pearl, but there are a bunch of different options here that are kind of okay. There's the flips and all that, the purple green flip, which you've probably seen on some supercars in real life and stuff like that. I personally think it's really ugly, but I'm gonna, you know, I'll keep that to myself mostly. Got the baby blue pearl, we got the red prismatic pearl, we got the black prismatic pearl as well. Pretty crazy stuff. Also for the secondary color, I'm just going to go ahead and do the anodized red pearl on there as well, because why not? For the transmission, we have an HSW transmission, which is worth doing, and of course we have the HSW stage 1, 2, and 3 turbos. I'm going to go for the stage 3 because I want this thing to be as fast as possible. For the wheels, I'm going to go for some chrome wheels on this thing. I just don't know what I'm going to go for exactly. I'm not really much of a bike guy, so I don't really have a specific wheel that I am going to think looks good. Maybe the Quarter Mile King. We'll do those, and we'll do the chrome wheels in the back here as well. The Quarter Mile King, where are they? There they are. Okay, so we got those on. Got bulletproof tires on this thing already. Tire design, we could do custom tires. Not going to though. Tire smoke, I'm just going to leave it alone. And with that being said, it's time to take this thing outside. It's time to do a sound test on this vehicle. And then, of course, the review with HSW on it, which is going to be really, really interesting. Haven't driven this thing with HSW on PC yet, obviously, so very excited to see how this goes. But let's take a listen to this thing first before we get started. So yeah, it definitely sounds like a bike, so not a whole lot to report there. Now, part of the reason that I'm doing the HAKOCHOU drag first is because this is like probably the best HSW vehicle in the entire game as far as time trials go, so long as you do not crash and die. If you do crash and die, your HSW time trial is going to be cooked. But as you guys can see, this thing is extremely fast. Now, there's a lot of cars trying to take me out right now, but I think I'm going to be able to pull this off and show you guys what this thing is actually like. Now, the HAKOCHOU drag is notoriously, I mean, it's a drag motorcycle, right? So it's not notoriously great in the corners. However, despite this, it is actually really good in the corners. And despite the rain right now as well, this thing does corner extremely well. And the brakes also work phenomenally on it. Obviously, due to the fact it's a motorcycle, it's going to stop really quick because it doesn't have much weight to stop. But you guys can probably see this thing is just ridiculously fast. It is insanely quick. And okay, well, I messed up, but you know, that pole, it's probably the pole's fault. I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on the pole. But anyways, this thing is insanely fast and it makes a really quick work of the HSW time trials. Now, granted, there is the Banshee GTS in the game now, which does have a much higher top speed than this thing. This thing's top speed is like 153, I want to say it is, which is quick, but the Banshee's is like 180. So maybe the Banshee is actually better for time trials now, but I don't know. The HAKOCHOU's pretty good, and if you don't crash, you can kind of weave in between traffic and stuff like that, which is really, really helpful. And notoriously, bikes have always been really good for time trials in GTA Online, so that is something to note. This thing, though, obviously, as you guys can tell, just insanely fast. The handling of it is pretty decent for a motorcycle. Like I said, it is a drag motorcycle. It is supposed to be for drag racing, but it is still pretty darn good in the corners. It gets really good grip, really good traction. You're not really going to spin out on this thing like you might on some other motorcycles or in most cars, especially in the rain. If it was dry right now too, this thing would be doing even better probably, but it's still doing like phenomenally well. And you know, you're able to navigate in between, you know, signs and lampposts and stuff like that with this bike, which is really, really handy, and it's something that you can't do with a lot of cars that also have HSW and that might be as fast as this thing. Okay. So yeah, I bit it again. Oh man. Oh, and I spawned so far from the bike. Okay, 1 second. I don't know how you guys are feeling about the graphics. Let me know if you think there's an improvement over my normal videos in the comments down below. I personally am kind of undecided. I think that a lot of things do look better, but I think some things also look kind of worse too, oddly enough. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's a general improvement, but I do think that some things kind of look a little bit worse for wear maybe. But I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. You guys are probably pretty used to watching my videos by now, so if you think this looks better than it normally does, let me know. But yeah, this thing is insanely quick. As you guys can see, I'm making quick work of the hills here. You just really need to get used to it and learn how to ride the bike and just try not to fall off. And this is getting pretty brutal now. Like, I've crashed so many times, man. But the HAKOCHOU Drag HSW, it is a vehicle I recommend highly. You just, like I said, you need to learn. You need to learn all about it. You need to learn how to ride it. You need to learn the limits, how fast it's going to turn, if you can get out of certain stuff, or if you're going to need to brake, and all that sort of stuff. It's an important thing to learn with any vehicle that you're buying, but I do genuinely very highly recommend the HSW HAKOCHOU drag. So I do think this is one of the first vehicles you guys should probably put your money into if you're on PC and you're getting into HSW vehicles, or even if you're on console and you're getting into HSW vehicles. This is a very solid one and I do highly recommend it. Now, as far as your free HSW upgrade, this is probably not the best vehicle you can use it on. The HSW Niobe, I know, is quite expensive to upgrade. So is the Banshee GTS, I do believe. So those are vehicles you may want to consider using your free upgrade on. So I will just say that. But I think that's going to be pretty much it for the video, guys. I'm going to be doing the weaponized Ignis next, so stay tuned for that. Should be coming out shortly after this one. But yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video, or if you learned something, dislike if you didn't, and consider subscribing if you're new. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, take care. Peace.